Okay, our presentation today is a look into the education of Pakistan, presented by
Tabitha Despain,
Hoffman,
Ashlyn Aronson,
and McKenna Puffley.
So I'm Naomi Hoffman. I'm going to talk to you about the history of education in Pakistan. In 1947, there was a national education conference, and the founder of Pakistan, Muhammad Jinnah, said the importance of education and the type of education cannot be overemphasized. There is no doubt that the future of our state will and must greatly depend upon the type of education we give to our children and the way in which we bring them up as future citizens of Pakistan. We should not forget that we have to compete with the world, which is moving very fast in this direction. And the focus of that conference was primary education and literacy. And they decided at that conference to revisit every 5 years to come up with a 5-year plan for education. And in 1959, there was a report of the Commission on National Education, and they proposed to use literate children as teachers for illiterate parents and undergraduate college students as adult literacy teachers, except there's no target specified as to how that would work out, so it didn't work so good. And then 1979, there was a proposal to build 5,000 mosque schools for boys and 5,000 mahalla schools for girls. But with all the different agencies formed and the different leadership in government with the coups and whatnot taking over, it was hard for education policy to progress.
So this is Tabitha looking at education now in Pakistan. Obviously, education is essential for any nation to thrive, grow, and prosper. In Pakistan, there are many aspects of that education, and the system itself is highly flawed. In Pakistan, the education system right now is dually segmented. There are private schools, which are English-based, where students come from families with higher incomes, and government schools, Urdu-based, which are students with higher poverty levels. The regional differences include the quality of teachers, adequate facilities, and educational resources. A couple of quick facts about the education system in Pakistan is that less than 50% are formally educated. The ratio of boys to girls is 10-4, and the literacy rate is 58%. And after learning how low the literacy rate in Pakistan was, the UN set a Millennium Development Goal to help increase the rate of literacy to 88% by 2015. That plan failed, and it's currently about 58%. A couple of the reasons why it failed is unprofessional and poorly trained teachers. A lot of Pakistanis enter the field of teaching when they're unsuccessful at other jobs. Gender inequality, with many families believing women should not be formally educated and be working in the home and taking care of people. And the poverty level, a lot of children work to contribute to family expenses instead of going to school.
Hi, I'm McKenna, and my presentation part is on the government's role in education. Pakistan's government doesn't consider education important. The government allows schools to be built and fixed at other countries' expenses. The government continues to cut back funds for education.
Put on a happy face.
The Taliban and other militant Islamic groups represent a barrier to education in Pakistan. The government doesn't care that there are 31 million girls that are uneducated in Pakistan. The government is supposed to provide education for children ages 3 to 16 at no cost to them.
And I'm Naomi Hoffman. I'm going to be talking about the future of education in Pakistan. And education will change in the future with the billions invested in education from the US, World Bank, Japan, and Britain, just to name a few. And more girls will be going to school because these are interested, US and the World Bank and whatnot, that more girls do attend school. Teachers will improve, facilities will improve, and curriculum and supplies will improve. And government policy will change to accommodate more families to send children to school, as well as education will become more westernized with more and more kids learning English.
My name is Ashlyn, and I'm going to be talking about why we should care about this. So a quote by a website called tcf.org said, "What is evident is the necessity of a shift in U.S. foreign policy from a security-oriented approach to one that views Pakistan's eternal educational development as the means to achieve economic growth and limit violent dispute." And so on the next slide, I just talk about how I believe that more education would lead to less confrontation. And we're kind of like the big brother to Pakistan. And so showing Pakistan the way through education, we'll show them that we're serious when we say that we care about Pakistan. And so that is our slideshow. Here's our bibliography, and we hope you enjoyed it.